All right, hi everybody, welcome back. Ryan here once again. So today we're going to talk about truck gliders, glider kits, several different terminologies out there, but they're all kind of the same thing. So we put out a video recently about pre-emissions, post-emissions trucks, and one of the topics that came up and was kind of a big topic in the comments section was gliders and some of the advantages of those. So we're gonna talk about what a glider is and kind of things going forward with those, and different different options you have out there. All right, so we want to give a shout out to one of our channel sponsors, OTR Performance. They make a lot of diagnostic software out there for you guys. It's a good insurance policy, I think, to have those, to have a tool out on the road that can get you out of D-rate, clear codes, get you down the road, and for what it costs, it's a lot cheaper than a tow bill. So thanks for all their support, and check them out, and like I said, I think it's a good tool. So okay, so let's get right into the topic here. First of all, what is a glider or a glider kit? Okay, so what a glider is you had several manufacturers, Freightliner, Peterbilt, Kenworth, Western Star, which is part of Freightliner, Daimler Group. They would put out basically a frame with a cab and sleeper on it and a hood and a steer axle. But there wouldn't be no engine, transmission, or rear axles. So all that stuff will be taken from what you call a donor truck, which could be, it could be a 1995 Freightliner FLD or an old W900 or whatever, where you might have a N14, a Series 60, Cat C15 or whatever. So they would take all the guts basically out of that truck and put that onto this new frame and, body and sleeper and all that. And that, like I said, the older truck is your donor truck, the new truck is the glider. But different terms out there, they call it a glider, glider kit, all the same thing basically. Now, so that's basically what it is. So a lot of people, gliders have been around for a long time, 50 years. They got a lot more popular around 2010 with the emissions problems and all that, and the huge price increases. So a lot of companies out there, Fitzgerald's one that comes to mind, they're one of the pretty big ones. They were making a couple hundred of these things a year, 200-300. Then after the emissions problems came in and all that around 2010 and later, they started jumping up into thousands, tens of thousands. And that's kind of when the EPA stepped in and is like, we're trying to get rid of all these old trucks off the road and you guys are refurbishing them. And that's one thing I didn't cover, I'll touch back on that here, is that when you take all these guts out of the donor truck, which is the older truck with the engine, transmission, all that stuff is rebuilt, refurbished, rebuilt, remanufactured, whatever you want to call it. So it's all brand new that goes into this new truck. So anyways, getting back to where I was at. So the EPA is wanting to get rid of all these old engines and old trucks, and now you've got people that are basically like setting up assembly lines and rebuilding, putting all these old guts into, or rebuilt new old guts into new trucks and putting them on the road. So I believe in 2016, the EPA passed some regulations to where they were going to start phasing those out to where you would have to put in a 2010 or a phase 2 greenhouse gas emissions engines into these trucks. So basically, and that started, I believe, in 2020 or 2021 right there. So basically, last year was the end of gliders, as you guys know it. So yeah, there's a lot of older ones out there, trucks that, probably 1920 are going to be about the newest non-emissions gliders that you're going to be able to purchase these days. So because all the ones kind of going forward all are going to have 2010 emissions engines and all that stuff in them. And actually, to take it a step farther, Kenworth, Peterbilt, and Freightliner, Western Star, they got out of the glider business completely. So they're not even offering them directly to consumers or an independent or owner-operators. You can't even buy them anymore. So it's pretty well a thing of the past. You're not going to buy a 2022 glider anymore, unfortunately. So there are still a lot of them out there running around. So those are an option. I've seen some out there that only got like 30,000, 40,000 miles on them, but they're not cheap. You're gonna pay quite a bit, for something with that amount of miles. That's basically a brand new truck. The other option you have out there is to buy an older truck, like a 1994 Freightliner or Kenworth, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with you taking that truck apart and basically restoring it just like you would an antique car, antique pickup truck, antique tractor, farm tractor, whatever. And most parts are available. So you can buy something with an old Series 60s, an old Cat, N14 Cummins, whatever. And you can go through, take it to a body shop, have the body all done, have the interior done, have the engine, transmission, axles all rebuilt, everything's rebuildable. So that's pretty much the option that you got now as far, I mean, you're not going to be able to buy a brand new glider from Freightliner or Kenworth, but there's nothing wrong. You can go buy an older truck and dump tons and tons of money into it if you want to go that route. But like I said, I've been into several of these projects, you know, with old antique tractors and trucks and stuff like that, and I've found that you're going to think it's going to cost you this much, and it ends up costing you double and takes you twice as long. So those are things to look out for or keep in mind as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. We just want to kind of cover those because there's a lot of questions out there about what a glider is and all that stuff. But like I said, gliders as we know it today, they are done. There's not going to be any more new ones due to EPA regulations that were passed in 16 and came into effect, like I said, in 20 or 21 there. And like I said, on top of that, the main manufacturers, they're not even offering them anymore to the public or anybody. So that's pretty much it, guys, for today. I hope that helps you out. I hope that informs you a little bit more. Comment, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and what's the other one? So again, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.